Hi, welcome to the training. So I was thinking maybe what we could do is go around and share our top things that have helped us to do this business in an easier way, like little tips and tricks. Jude, you want to go first?
Yep. For myself, I have discovered that my DMO has been really shabby. And one thing that to keep myself on track, I set myself my tasks that I want to achieve for the couple of hours, and one of them with my Facebook posting is definitely to make that one my last, because I find it's all too easy when I look and start to jump on that bandwagon, that it's easy to start scrolling and get caught up in looking and seeing, bits and bobs. But I also find that when I'm going through my tasks, I also things can come up for me to give me ideas about what to post. So I find it kind of has a double positive effect, really. And just writing stuff down and keeping in touch with and writing every day, like different people to get in touch with. And I've got one of those awesome little Kmart diaries that keep me on track.
Very
off, and when I take it off, good.
What would you say is one of the best, one or two of the best things that you've watched, I don't know, around Juice Plus or to do with Juice Plus, whether it's, the Hour of Powers or, who do you watch, or what have you watched that's given you inspiration and helped you?
One that I actually watched yesterday, which, because for me, I'm really focusing on building a team, and so I was looking for a starting strong, and I actually found Adam and Kira's one from last year, and that one was really good. It had a lot of little nuggets in it and really helped with the bonuses and just some really good little hot tips. It started off quite slow, so you can because he had like 200 people on it. It was massive. He's kind of sits and waits for a wee bit for everyone to get on, so I can fast forward through that bit, but that was good. Anthony and Kate Golay, I found theirs is really amazing as well. And I feel like as well for whenever I'm feeling a little bit like, I just don't know if I can do this, or a little bit things are getting a little bit tough, or I feel like my momentum's waned a little bit, I actually just jump on and listen to things that you, Nords, and Nat put up as well. Just I go back in a little bit of history, but you both just bring me back to this little zhuzh factor again, and it gives me that nice that kind of inspiration and reminder that I've got this, and just to keep learning and keep being open and not put too much pressure on myself, but just bit by bit it falls into place.
Awesome, babe. That's great sharing, and I'm sure that the people, the team that are here that watch the recording, if anyone wants to know where to find these resources, the YouTube channel, Juice Plus Australia YouTube channel, has got a lot of them. And if not, Jude, you want to just post that Adam and Kira one? And that's what I would really recommend, is if anyone's watched something and they think, this is a bit of gold, just chuck it up on the Team Aroha page and just say, fast forward 15 minutes and you'll be in the guts of it. These are my main takeaways. Let's just start using that page, because if you're thinking it and you need inspiration, you're guaranteed there will be somebody else that will get something out of it. I loved that one that they did. I thought it was really awesome, because they're not just talking about inspiration, they're talking about actual things to do.
Yeah.
Really cool. It's the practical side, hey?
Yeah. And Celine also, she has heaps. Celine Egan, especially on the Australia and New Zealand Juice Plus franchisees. She's got from where to go. Some really cool things there too.
I love what you said about doing your Facebook post last. because it's all too easy to go, oh, I'm going to start with social media, and there goes half an hour of scrolling. And
Hands up.
half an hour is do one post where you could have maybe reached out to 5 to 10 people in that same half an hour. Yeah. Good one, Juju. That's brilliant. Maggie, do you want to go next, or are you cooking?
No, I'm not cooking. I'm fine. Hi. Yeah, no, I'm team pomegranates. I think I've been really bad lately, like I said, but I think one thing I've started doing is every afternoon I make sure I've made a list for the next day of who I need to contact after I'm finished, or if I have time after doing all the kids' school stuff and everything like that. So because follow-up has definitely been one of my things, that I have people who contact me through social media who I don't know, and I send them information and then I don't go back and follow up. And that's something I think is really hard in this business, especially when you're first starting out, to not have that fear of feeling like you're pushing the product on people or stuff like that, and remembering that they're the ones who reached out to you and that you just answered their question, and that going back, that quite often you can sit on the fence about something instead of asking questions, because you had the information, or like me, like you're busy and suddenly it's been 2 weeks and you're like, oh shit, I don't know if I should go back to them now, kind of thing. But if they then message you back and say, hey, have you looked at this? Have you read it? Or do you have any questions? Or can we have a coffee? More often than not, they'll say, yeah, because they really have nothing to lose. So that's my kind of thing that I've been trying to do, is making sure. But like I said, I've been pretty lazy up late. And it's just trying to keep on top, picking what you're going to do and keep on top of it. So I'm still, social media, I'm doing it because I'm not sure yet if I want to switch the aim of where I was going with my social media. And then I kind of think there's some people who are on target, like right from the beginning, and they have such a clear vision of what they want and exactly how they want to do it. But then there's loads of people, like we've definitely got people in this company and other companies that I've seen who, they start one way and then they decide that that's not suiting them and it's not suiting their whole purpose, because we grow and change as people. And sometimes where you started isn't where that's not the journey. It's not where you end up.
Yeah.
So
with your list, babe, is it just, do you use a diary? Do you put it in your phone, or how do you work?
I have got a book a notebook that I just use as a note that I write in. I always have, and I've always just had a notebook that I kind of fill in, start at the beginning, and each day I just start a new page.
Yeah, cool.
So I know some people do diaries. I had a diary. I didn't use it. I would go in and fill in my diary like after or before, and then on the actual days I don't look at it. And I'd be like, so I'm not a very effective. If I need something in an actual diary that I need to remember, then I need to use my phone and use my calendar.
Okay. So, what about for you? Anything that you've watched that for you really, inspired you?
From Juice Plus, I love Kate and Ants. Any of their stuff I really like listening to. But as I've mentioned to you guys before, I am absolutely in love with Cara Leiba's podcast. Her now the name of it's going to go Style Your Mind. And she comes out with 1 or 2 new podcasts, usually 2 a week. And, they are business-based. She's a life coach. And I absolutely, you come off listening to them and you're like, yeah, that sounds really, it just gets you motivated. It's not any of this kind of fluffy, there's no fluffiness to it. There's no bullshit. It talks about how it is. And it really, I find it, for me, it's really motivational. And I can go back. Yeah, sure. But that's for sure one of my absolute favorites for motivation. Sorry, just getting pomegranate absolutely everywhere.
Great advice. Really cool. Right, thanks, Maggie. Katie, I don't know if you can talk. Just put in the chat whether you can talk, but we'll get Steph to share, and then you can.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, here you go.
I'm going to be awkward and really quiet.
Okay, they can hear you.
Oh my god. I just I just walked away with my headphones attached to my backpack. Let's see. Okay. So I've been pretty out of the swing of things, just been traveling, so I gave myself permission to be a little bit JP on the back burner until I go to conference on April 24th. But when I was full force, it was definitely my daily method of operation, and it was challenging myself, like making a physical goal of talking to at least 5 people a day, just new people, following up on conversations, what have you, and that number of that number of people to kind of strike up new conversations with or follow up with was really good for me, because it got me talking to new people, it got me out in the community, it got me really interested in people's lives, and a lot of fruitful things happened from that, as well as posting my Facebook lives and kind of just hinting at what I've been up to, and as kind of hinting at as well in my my Facebook posts and Instagram posts. So because I was trying to build my business, or I am trying to build my business from abroad, social media has been really, really, really helpful. So I think, a mix for me has been, I don't know. When I look back, can you guys hear me? Okay, cool. Yeah, I think it's been a mix of social media and then in-person conversations to get me kind of practicing the conversation and the lingo and the language and listening, which is obviously a huge part of our business, with people in person, and then the whole social media side where I'm kind of, I guess, recruiting online, for lack of a better term.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. And as far as resources, I really love the MLM podcast.
Simon Chan.
That, I don't know, I've listened to probably half of them, which there's so many. Which one?
Which one are you on? Is that the MLM Nation, or which one?
But yeah. Oh, MLM Nation. Yeah, I like that one a lot. As well as I always love Kira and Adam. They're awesome. Who else do I like? There was a girl that you told us to listen to at the end of January, and I loved what she said. She was about my age and started 4 years ago or something, and she was awesome.
Katie, was she the one that did the NLP? The neuro. Judy. No, that was.
I think so. I can go back and find the link that Norzi sent us. But you wanted us to comment on our favorite part, and so I remember watching it at the gym or something, and then commenting. But yeah, she was really good.
Was it the one where Nat did a bit at the end, and it was
exactly.
It was about, and it had a little link to how to use that new business video.
Yeah, she was really good at what you needed to do for each level, like what the requirements were. I really like that. It's like super black and white.
Each level, yeah.
Yeah, that was helpful. What else? I don't know. I can't wait to go to conference. I need a big JP kick up the bum.
Yeah, but can you make sure when you go to conference that you do a little bit of live videoing for us?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really because none of us have been to an American conference. We want to feel what you're feeling. I thought you were talking about American conference. It's gonna just be.
I know.
I can't wait.
I'll just keep posting lives in our Facebook group. Oh my gosh, that'll be awesome.
That'll be so cool. We would love you for doing that for us. It's so cool.
I know. Yeah. I really can't wait. I need to figure out if I'm going to room with someone or just get my own hotel room.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a double overnight flight in the process of getting there.
Yeah, if you put something up on their Facebook page, I'm sure there'll be other people.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Because after that, I'll need to be able to share a room with someone. I'll be so broke.
But then it'll put you into gear, and then you'll be able to start at your fresh again, which is going to be exciting. I mean, that's, it is good to cover that. It is, we all have times, like any business, you kind of go through ebbs and flows, and you can't be. I don't believe anyway. look, maybe their company can buy it. I don't know the West Weeks. Maybe that's why they all build so fast. But
Right.
you know, for me, summer was definitely ahead, and I can feel myself coming back into it now. So,
Right.
yeah, we're going to be inspired by you, Katie. Thanks for sharing, babe.
Thank you.
Meffy, you want to share what you've? I'd love you to share your whiteboard
Oh,
because I thought that was really organised what you did with your team.
oh, my magic whiteboard.
Mm.
You want me to go and get it?
No, just talk about it.
Oh, okay.
Well, you don't have to. You can talk about whatever you want.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. So, like, at the end of last year, yeah, it was pretty exciting, and it was things were moving along quite quickly, and you know, I had Lizzie come on board, and Megs, and you know, and then Joe coming under Meg, so that line was growing quite quickly, and it was really exciting. So I had my magic whiteboard, and I would share that with my team to say, hey, look, this is where your points are at. This is where we need to be at this certain date, and this is, you know, what we need to get there. And so that was really good. It's a bit, but it hasn't really. I feel like I need to wipe the slate clean and start again for 2018. Might have to get the GIF out. Anyway, so that's something I have been totally not lazy. I haven't been lazy, but my focus has been shifted onto getting the Good Place up and running, so I can still be earning money there. And I had a chat with one of my clients today who it was really natural and really nice because we just talked about her health and well-being, and she was saying that she was feeling sluggish, and I was like, you know, I felt like that way too, and I knew that I had to make a change, otherwise, you know, I know that I was destined to probably get sick further down the line if I didn't make a change. And so that's, you know, and we talked about, I said, even if you just had the berries to start off with, and you know, it's better than nothing. And she's like, oh, you know, I want to get my whole family on it, and it'd be like all this much. And I was like, talk to her about, well, you know, there is a way that you can get it, you know, discounted, and you know, you can earn. I said, you have to pay the full, you know, and just explain to her just real naturally. It was really great and real easy. And I said, you know, most people who come across, you know, not being able to afford it, which we come across a lot in New Zealand, I think. So I said, you know, we look at what's in your grocery list, mm-hmm. and what you can swap out. Mm-hmm. What can you replace that you know is probably not going to be that good for you, that you can replace it with this beautiful, you know, berry blend or the omegas or whatever you need. So that was just really natural and real easy and from the heart. And so, I mean, I didn't close the deal, but I planted the seed. Anyway, no pressure. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now let me share with you guys about the bots. So I was saying that and I've invited all the team. Katie, I forgot to freaking add Katie. So sorry, Katie. I'll have to add you. I feel awful. Oh my God. How could we forget Katie? So anyway, I've got this girlfriend, Michelle. She's a member of JP anyway. She is really savvy on social media. And she said to me, I said to her, I want to run a competition to get people to like my page and share it with their friends. And she said, well, you need to get in with this thing called ManyChat, download ManyChat. And so I've downloaded this ManyChat app, which they're saying is, because I use MailChimp to send out newsletters, and the statistics on how many people actually open their emails is really, really low. So you can have a list of 1,000 people on your email list and you might only get 100 people opening up your email. But with Facebook Messenger, people are opening up their Facebook messages because it's easy. They're on Facebook. It comes in as a notification. Pom, you open it up and you read it and you have a look. And so the mini bots, is an app where you can have an automated response to a campaign that you run. Say, you say, have a page and you say, do you want to learn more about how you can create a secondary income? And then and click yes in the comments, and then it takes them through. They click yes, and then you have an automated reply, and there's a sequence of responses that you program specifically to take them on this journey through to find out, are they a person that you want to work with, or are they not? Because they're saying not everybody that actually clicks on to saying yes is a person that you want to work with. So there's a definite how do you say that? Methodology. Oh my God, methodology to how you put in your responses. That you might have heard about the funnel. The funnel. So it takes them to the point where they commit to some kind of action, joining Juice Plus. Recruit, so you can recruit people. So and it sends messages out to all of your people on your Facebook page, not just, you don't have to, it just automatically sends it out to everyone. So everybody has the opportunity to comment yes and then go down the funnel. So it's about having the right material to grab their interest and about the way you kind of think. But he was saying, so at the moment today, they started a boot camp, a 10-day boot camp. And it's like 10-minute videos, and you can watch the video and read the script as well, or just watch the video. And he's going to teach, him and this other woman are going to teach how to use the mini bots. And I just thought, it's something that would be amazing for all of us to use and have
definitely
as a tool.
And I think that's the thing, is that's what Ju and I were talking about in the sales funnel. So, your first point of contact with someone, they're not going to join the business or get the product on the first point of contact. They're in your funnel. So with the mini bots, the first thing would be something really broad. I don't know. Who wants an amazing green smoothie recipe? Something really broad that, most people will be like, oh yeah, shit, amazing. Or, something different than a green smoothie recipe, because everybody knows that. Who wants the recipe for the tropical goodness smoothie recipe? A new version of the green smoothie. And then, oh, bye, darling. Love you, Katie. Thanks for jumping on. And
Bye,
then,
Kate.
you're just funneling them down with every contact until finally it's a yes product, yes business, or a no. So I really love that. So thanks for sharing that. And I will say with Steph, with her whiteboard, and I've got one too, they're really handy. Like, definitely, even if you don't have team yet, get your whiteboard and put your name up there, and get into the habit of checking your downline growth report. If you don't know how to find it, you go to your VO, go to My Team Data, go to Former Reports, and there's all these reports that you can get sent email to you. So a customer genealogy report is really good. They get emailed to you, but it will only be for your own home country. So if you've got team in other countries, like I can actually print out a report where I can see all of your customers. And so I can see who's cancelled, I can see who's renewing, you can work with your team to remind them. Like, for example, at the moment we've got a couple of team who are kind of feel like they're sliding out, but they've still got customers. So I had to go through and just remind them, hey, their renewal for their next second shipment's about to come up. I know that you're not that interested in the business right now, but we need to have a conversation around, do you want me to take over that customer support, or are you going to do it? So in the Former Reports downline growth, get into that habit of looking at your PVC, writing it on there, and then drawing spaces on your whiteboard. Make sure you've got your, let's say for Ju, she needs 3 team members at the moment in New Zealand or Australia. And so draw the bubbles and just write 1, 2, and 3, and then write a beautiful affirmation underneath it about the qualities that you want in those team members, so that it's already in the structures there. You can visualize it. The universe knows what you want. So whiteboards are just awesome, especially when you start growing a team and your team grows a team, to keep an eye on everyone, because there's nothing worse than missing someone's promotion, or that they've just missed out on their promotion by only a few PVC when we could have just given it a quick push. So checking, and this is a lesson for me because I haven't been doing it either, and that's kind of like, right, 21st or 25th of every month, downline growth report, check on your team, reach out to those ones that are nearing promotion so you can help them. So that would be my good tip. I mean, for me, guys, I used to use this all the time, the grid, and I stopped using it. And Celine has been in network marketing industry for over 20 years. Her Bible is the grid. And it doesn't matter what format you use to record your conversations, but the good thing about the grid is this is not a calendar, okay? It's not a day of the week. These are people to fill in. So if you have a conversation with someone like today, I had a client and I've been seeing her son and he's still having a few tummy issues. And, I'm trying to say to myself, Noreen, I want to have at least one conversation, at least one with somebody today. When the opportunity presents itself, and if you don't take that opportunity and you've asked the universe for it, the universe is going to stop sending you conversations that you could potentially have because you're shutting them down before you've even spoken about it. So I thought, okay, why do I, in my head, I was like, why do I want to talk to this mum about Juice Plus? And it's because of her son's health, because he's struggling. So I was like, right, cool. So I just started, And so I think potentially where we could go next is with Juice Plus. I'm not sure if I've spoken to you about it before. She said, no. And I said, well, and I do have another client at the moment who's a teenage boy, celiacs. He was really, really ill. I've been working with him with Bicom, but he was still feeling tummy issues. There's a lot of undiagnosed digestive issues going on. And he got on the Juice Plus, this other kid, went to Disneyland, ate heaps of bad food, went to England, his grandma died, so he was in the worst state he could be in, and his tummy had never been better. So I just shared that story with us. So this is what happened to him. We know that Juice Plus sometimes does help people with digestive complaints. Do you think you'd like to give it a try? And she's like, yeah, for sure. So we just had a conversation. I said, oh, do you want to just take the pamphlet? She goes, no, I'll just fill it in now. I was like, okay, cool. So for her, I would write her son's name in here, and I would you can color code it. So I'd write his name in here and I'd color it in green. So I go, cool, success. I had another conversation with a client this morning. She's traveling. I started asking her questions when I was treating her. What are you passionate about? She's a chef. I love whole foods. She's a vegan. She's been a vegan for 4 years. What would it mean to you to be able to continue traveling and to earn income from your passion? Oh my God, it would be amazing. What if I could show you a way that potentially you could do that in a pretty simple manner? This is what our business has done for us. And she was like, yeah, okay. So I write her name in the second square, but I don't have any colour on it yet because she's not a yes and she's not a no. But what I do write is what I have to do next. So for Maggie, she'd be writing it in her notebook, right, follow up, Katie, got to send her something tomorrow. So the thing is, Celine was saying when she started this business, she would fill out one of these in a week because she was speaking to at least 4 to 5 people a day. So that's all those names are going in. And when you convert them into whatever, yes or no, you colour it in. One colour for yes, they're a customer, one colour for yes, they're a team member, and one colour for no, not yet. So that's really good, you know, a way to do the business. Lots of the NMDs use the 30-day, it's not a 30-day grid, use the 30 by 30 grid. Nat said she doesn't use it because there wasn't enough slots. She was building so fast, right? My other top tip would definitely be with, and I know I've said this before, but with customer service, as soon as you place that order, get out your calendar and write in. You need to have a system of what you choose to do when you have a customer. So for me, it's like an email, and I email them, I've placed your order. I also send them, and all of these are in the Team Aroha files section. I send them an Understanding Detoxification PDF and a How to Take Your Juice Plus PDF. And I also have in that email, hey, look, I'd love to add you to our customer care page. So straight away, they're feeling amazing. Day 10, I contact them. So that's in the calendar, diary or iCal, whatever you use. Day 30, I'm sending them something. Day 60, day 90, it just goes into the calendar because you know what happens if you don't do it, and if your customer service is as shit as mine has been, then there's no way in the world you remember. And what happens to me is I get the reminder on my VO, oh, you've got 5 customers that are about to ship. And then you know what I've been doing in the past is I push their order back because I'm too embarrassed to phone them because I haven't touched base with them at all. So don't learn off me, learn off my mistakes. So that is really awesome. Definitely the other top tip I have for business is make sure that you have your vision, your goals written down. So at the beginning of the month, you need to write down on your whiteboard, what do you want for this month? If you don't ask for it, the universe is not going to know what to give you. I want to create 3 new customer orders and 1 new team member by the end of this month with love, grace and joy. Okay, have it there so you see it. What do you want in 3 months or 6 months or a year? So at the moment I work with a 1-month goal and at the moment I've only got a 1-year goal, what I want by the end of this year. So that's really important, and it's got to be somewhere that you look at it every single day. Apart from that, any spare moment, to be honest, that I have, whether I'm walking down to have lunch or I'm doing the dishes or whatever, I'm pretty much always plugging into Juice Plus. So I've listened to pretty much every single hour of power there is on Juice Plus Australia website. And the reason I do that is because it is free and it's gold. These are people that are so inspirational. You will always get gems, and usually I'll always take notes. So I've got files and files and files of notes, which prospectively I'd like to order into, categories so that when you've built a team, if you've got someone that's struggling with, I don't know, DMO, you've got the resource. You can just flick them in the right direction. But you emanate what the leaders do because they got there for a reason, and it just comes back to how much you want it and how quickly you want it. When you look at your vision board and you go, oh yeah, I'm happy to get that in 5 years, then just keep plodding along. You probably still need to talk to one person, to be honest, every single day. But if you look at your life and you think, fuck, I really want that holiday, or I really want to change my life, or I want to have a baby and I want to stay at home, or whatever it is, then why don't you set yourself a stretch goal without the pressure, but just say, okay, my goal for this month, my personal goal is I want to talk to 3 people or have some sort of contact with 3 people for this month. And I guarantee you, if you stretch yourself a little bit, your business will grow. Because you've got to understand that these conversations, like the funnel, it's just a touch point. You're potentially going to have to touch that person, touch them. Sounds a bit dodgy, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
3 to 5 more times before they've decided what they want to do. So, like Nat says it, we are literally in the business of having conversations and making friends. That's it. I just started watching Richard Bliss Brooke. He's done The Hour of Power. He wrote The 4-Year Career. I've only gotten 10 minutes into it, but really good, really good. He's got some good points in there. Cool. That's it for tonight, my lovelies. Thank you so much for getting on. Unmute yourselves. I'll just stop the recording.